Hello, people. Welcome back to my channel. I feel honored to have you here. It's your girl, Mommy T, and I want to thank all those who have subscribed to my channel. And if you are new here, you are very, very much welcome. Please hit on the red button to subscribe and be part of the family. Today, I'll be sharing on mistake African women make. These are some mistakes I've made too in while I was dating, and I still see women making these mistakes. Reason why I've come out today to share on these mistakes so we can become conscious of them and try our possible best to avoid making these mistakes. My first mistake is depending solely on the man. Too much dependency. A lot of women get into relationships, and at the end of the day, you know the work, you know nothing. Your total existence depend na on the man. If the man no give you, your own no dey. This kills a lot of relationship, and to me this is totally wrong. As a woman in a relationship, you're supposed to be earning. Relationship is not a job. Relationship is not an employment where you have to sit and expect to be taken care of. And the funny thing about being in a relationship and depending solely on a man is that most of them tend to treat you anyhow they feel like treating you, because at the end of the day, you no get other side to go. If they no give you, you no get waiting for chop. So this is one big error we African women are making, and I think it's a mistake we need to correct. We need to sit up, get out there, work your own money, add value to yourself. Trust me, when as a woman in a relationship, when you get your own money, it automatically gives you a voice. It automatically determines how the man is going to treat you. But when you sit idle, you have nothing doing, as in totally nothing, the man feels like he can treat you anyhow and you ain't gonna do shit about it. Mistake number two is having sex before evaluation. Getting into a relationship, you need to give yourself time to study who you are interacting with before you decide if this is the kind of person you want, if you want a relationship with this person or not. But most often we get into relationship 1 2 3 days, next thing you have sex, you start catching feelings. Now you dey judge the man based na on wetin you dey feel. You know the influence sex have on a lot of people, especially when na good sex. You start taking decision based on that, rather than if you would have taken time to get to know this person as a person, you would have avoided a situation where you are taking your decisions now and it's been clouded. Normally, the best way is to stay and have sex after marriage, but I won't pretend and act as if we are all not aware of the fact that at least 70% of relationships don't obey that rule, and you all are entitled to your opinions on that. What I'm saying is, before you get to the part where you start having sex and all, evaluate the person you are with and be 100% sure this is the person I want. This is the kind of person I want to have a relationship with, without that sexual feelings attached, before you can engage into whatever you want to engage in. Another mistake is going into relationship without setting boundaries. Most often we get into a relationship, we are just catching cruise and going. You don't take out time to outline the things you want in a relationship, the things you can tolerate, things you cannot tolerate. These are important things you need to let your partner know, so that they know how they are going to be treating you, the things they are to do to you, the things they are not even supposed to dare to treat you in a certain manner. But you see, we go into relationship, no boundaries. Like for example, if you're a person who wants to do no sex before marriage, tell your partner this is my boundary. I cannot go beyond this except it is after this or that. If you are a person, I believe everybody is in with this one. You don't tolerate cheating in a relationship. You don't tolerate brutality. Set those boundaries. Let the person you are dating know that these are no go areas for me. Don't you dare do this, because I won't be able to take it. It's very, very important to do that. Next mistake could be hoping for change. As I will always say, human being they know the change, and you know if you change a grown-up adult, especially if they do not want to be changed. You get into a relationship with somebody, I say for example, that person cheats. You are like, sometimes they do the thing na because we never married. Sometimes when he go marry me, when I go be a woman, he go change. Stop making excuses for people, girl. If he is not what you want him to be to a greater extent, then you are not supposed to be in that relationship. You get out and you move on. Don't be there holding on, tolerating all sort of things in the name of ego change. My sister, you go shock am o. Men rarely change. Not only men, human beings rarely change. At times we can work consciously to improve on ourselves, but changing from some chronic habits is almost an impossible thing. So be mindful of what you tolerate. Don't tolerate some kind of things that are not within your tolerance level. My next point will be pretense, pretending. Don't go into a relationship and you start pretending. You're showing an identity that is not yours, claiming you can do things you are not comfortable with just because you think that is what the person is expecting from you to do. No, it's better you show to that person, this is me, this is what I can do, these are things I'm unable to do, these are my limitations, these are my strengths. If that person is okay with you, fine. Even if that person finds some things that are not okay and the person now decides that no, I can tolerate this, I can tolerate that, and I can give you room to work on yourself to improve on these things, then even better. It's better than go being in a relationship and you're pretending to be who you are not. It's always catastrophic when the person finds out that no, this is not really your identity. My next point is trying to be his mother in a relationship. Most of the times, us women, yeah, I'm an African woman, you don't be for relationship. You at the end of the day, you want to turn a mommy, even when una never even married. Now, I'm talking of relationship level. You still be a girlfriend, but you wash clothes, you cook for you are practically doing everything for this person, making yourself available at every point in time. This for me is a problem. It's a mistake we are making, that we are not even aware most of the time that this is a mistake we are making. Being too much available in a relationship is no, no for me. Pay attention to yourself. Don't dive into a relationship, body, mind, and spirit, and you start doing things beyond the limit you are supposed to be doing. My next point is accepting the my wife title. Most at times, we for Africa, I just believe this my wife title now a means of manipulating you. If they wan call you my wife, me they go marry you, no. And I say una dey for relationship meaning by meaning, my wife this, my wife that, my wife that. If you are their wife, they should marry you. When you accept the my wife title when you are just a girlfriend, they most of the times I've seen situations where they take it as an advantage. My wife, this, my wife do that, our wife do that. No, refusing to walk away is one big mistake we African women make. You realize a man is not what you want him to be, or maybe that is not what you thought he was. He starts treating you in a way, he starts dishing out any kind of rubbish, and you're there tolerating it in the name of I don't over invest my time for the relationship, my 5 years of the relationship, I no fit comot, I no fit leave, he must marry me. Sister, walk away with your sanity intact. You cannot be in a relationship where you are not being valued, you are not being treated right, and you are there claiming it's because you have invested so much time in that relationship. it's because you have a child with this person, walk away, take your time, heal, and move on. Don't go and kill yourself in a relationship in the name of I've invested time and I have a child in this relationship. No, if it's not going to a greater extent, some chronic traits are coming out that you cannot tolerate it, then I think walking away with your sanity intact is the best option. I've had a situation where a guy has been cheating on a girl over and over, and this girl be like, eh, all men then they cheat no. I want come out go outside, and beside I don't be with the guy for 6 years. So now say one waste my 6 years, I know they go any side for what? What for? You are bringing down yourself to tolerate all sort of bullshit just because you've been with a person for 6 or how many years. You cannot walk away. Who said the amount of years are too much that you cannot walk away and heal? And my last point, which is going to be my final point for today, is self evaluation. When a relationship doesn't move well, and you get out of it, don't go and start pinning the blame only on the man and start saying all men are the same. It's not the one man we no go do this. No, it's good to always take your time, sit back, relax, ask yourself what went wrong. What are the things I was doing in this relationship too that were things that I was not supposed to be doing? Don't focus so much on being judgmental, judging the other person's error. Look at yourself to evaluate yourself, give yourself time to heal, then move on. Okay, I know I said that was the last point, but this point just came to mind and I'm going to drop it because I think it's very, very important being in a relationship for the wrong reasons. At times, we African women we stay in a relationship probably because you don't have anywhere else to go. You cannot fend for yourself. I remember I overheard a girl saying, "I know if we come out for that house here, I want come out go stay for outside. I'll come out go the chop na wetin." Ah, and this bring me back to my first point as where you stay in a relationship and you're depending solely on a man, and which gives the man reason to think he can treat you anyhow they want to treat you. In a relationship, you're not supposed to be there because you lack where to be. Be in a relationship because you feel like being there. It really becomes something else when you get into a relationship and you're staying there tolerating things because you are there for the wrong reasons. We are going to end here for today. I want to believe you have learned something from this video, and please, if you found this helpful, please click on the red button to subscribe to my channel and stay connected. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.